I haven't been on here in like, it's been about a year, maybe less, something like that. But I haven't been on in a while, but I'm back and I plan on sticking and doing it, like, recording like I'm supposed to. So today we're gonna do something a little different. So I was vlogging a couple times, and which I'm still gonna do that, but I'm gonna get better at doing that. But today I decided to also throw in probably doing some show reviews. Now it's gonna be shows that a lot of people do watch. It's gonna be shows that I personally watch. I don't know how many people, you know what I'm saying, like if a lot of people watch it or not, but it's just stuff I be wanting to talk about. Like I talk about it a lot with my sister, but it's some stuff that like she doesn't watch that if you want to talk to somebody about, give a review on it, just to see how other people be thinking about shows. So today we are going to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 6, no, season 6, episode 4. My apologies. So yeah, we're gonna get right up into this video and talk about this. So the very first opening of the show was Robin and Gizelle, and they were doing a shoot, like a photo shoot for a podcast that they decided to do together. I mean, everybody can do a podcast. I mean, that's not like the problem, whatever, but it's just that they supposed to be doing one about being shady, or she's shady and Robin is like I guess not the shady one. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Like, I hope they're not gonna be on there being extra messy as they always are together. I feel like they super messy, like, together. Well, Gizelle messy, period. Robin, I feel like, is only messy with Gizelle. Like, when she by herself, she cool. Like, I like her. I mean, I like her whole, like, her and her fiance, the kids. Like, I love her storyline. But it's like, when she with Gizelle, baby, they be on a whole nother level. And it just be, I don't know. I just don't like them together. Like, I don't like Robin with Gizelle, but I like her by herself. And then they started talking about texting Mia. So the whole text to Mia about meeting up with her, like, I was cool with the whole idea of maybe we need to get to know her outside of being with Karen, because Karen was her friend that brought her into the group. Like, maybe we do need to get to know her outside of that. I'm all cool with that, but I feel like the way she texted her was so wrong. Like, how do you text somebody and say, hey, me and Robin want to go to dinner, but don't bring Karen, or without Karen? Like, if that was me too, I would have took it a certain kind of way too. Now, what you could have did was, hey, Mia, like, me and Robin kind of want to get to know you outside of like the other group of women or whatever. So could we meet here, or invite her to lunch, dinner, whatever, breakfast. And then if she was like, oh, hey, can I bring Karen? And just say, well, we just kind of wanted to get to know you, like, outside of everybody else. That would have been, I think, taken better than don't bring Karen. Girl, because who is you telling not to bring somebody? Who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I didn't like that whole thing. So that's gonna come up later, because I knew that was gonna be a problem. So they started talking about Gizelle and Jamal in the long distance. First of all, I didn't believe the whole situation with Gizelle and Jamal anyway last season. And then when she got up on that stage at the reunion talking about oh, he ain't cheating, oh, it's this girl, it just felt all types of wrong. Like, it did not feel like a relationship, because at the end of the day, like, if you're working on a relationship, a pandemic is not finna sit here and break up y'all relationship. Like, that's something that nationally was shut down, and people had no choice but to be in the places that they were. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, if it was the pandemic wasn't apart and then it wasn't here, and like people was able to just go and come as they please, you know what I'm saying, and somebody just wasn't doing that, then I could understand you saying the long distance ain't gonna work because somebody's just not putting forth the effort. Not in an actual, like a national pandemic where, you know, people have to stay where they are, you know, apart from one another in order to, you know, get our country back on track or whatever. So that whole thing, I just feel like it was an excuse, and it's just like, be honest about it. If it's not working, it's not working, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was married before already. You know, you tried it. You did the doggone thing. Y'all had kids. He didn't do right. You know what I'm saying? So you tried it. It didn't work. If you tried it again, because people do all the time. You know, people get divorced and then think that some of them do fall back in love and get remarried. And some people do try it again and it just don't work. So just, you know, admit it. Like, I feel like she just scared to or don't want to admit or embarrassed that it didn't work out. Girl, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. So what? Move on. But don't keep on lying about it, hell. You know? So the next scene was Ashley and Michael going to dinner. And I didn't understand this. Why Ashley carrying her hospital bag up in the restaurant? Girl, what's going to happen up in the restaurant? Like, leave the house. I mean, I get carrying around your hospital bag, leave it in a car, but you going to the restaurant, you and your husband, and he's sitting here with your hospital bag on the side of him for what? Like, y'all just being extra at this point. Leave the hospital bag in the car. So then Michael brings up that he wants to take on a new endeavor, which is a production company. So as soon as he said that, Ashley was looking like, okay, come on, production company. Like, you know, did you assess all the risk? Like, did you look into this? Which is true, like, you know, and she wasn't wrong, like, worrying about it and everything. Like, it's a lot that goes into something like that. And then he was saying it was going to be the financial aspect of it. That's going to take a lot of money. Like, to get a production company going can take a lot of money. So she's just trying to make sure, like, you don't get yourself wrapped up into something that you just going to continue to keep pouring money into, and you're not getting a return back. You know what I'm saying? Or at least like a big enough return to where it's like, okay, cool, either I broke even or I'm making some sort of profit off of. But she's just trying to make sure you're not losing money, because truth be told, like, you guys have a toddler right now, and then you're about to have a newborn baby. So I definitely understand where she's coming from with that. Like, she want to make sure her kids are straight. She want to make sure the kids are good. So that's something I was with Ashley on that, to, you know, ask him about or whatever, just to make sure, like, we not taking too much of a crazy risk. I was with that. So after that, they moved on to Karen talking to her daughter Raven, which I thought was super, super cute. Girl, Raven all grown up and jazzy. She at college. And she was talking about also, like, how she was bringing, like, ideas and trying to bring stuff like Wi-Fi and all that stuff to the rural areas of her hometown, which was very cool. Of Karen, I love Karen. Like, let me just say that, which I'm not gonna be biased with Karen, because she do be, you know, doing some stuff, but I do love Karen. Like, I love her a lot. Like, she's super just classy, definitely shady. But her, she was in that kitchen and she definitely can't cook. Karen, you burning up the fish. You up in that, girl, you had it going on, making this dinner. So that was funny. That was a very cute little scene, or whatever the case may be is. And then they went ahead and they swapped over to Mia. I really, you know, when Mia stepped on the scene, I like her. I'm kind of like Mia. Like, I'm very transparent, very open. Oh, my bun leaning out to the side. Come on, bun. But let me fix my bun, y'all. I know I'm playing. Like, Mia is very open. Like, when she first got on the scene, you know, she was saying, now she did have it messed up when she couldn't get her her addition together, girl, and her subtractions together on how many years she was apart from her husband and how old she is now. I don't never forget how old I am. Now, I do forget sometimes how old maybe my sister or my brother is going to be, but like me, myself, I know my age. So she definitely had something going on with that. But that was in the episode prior to this. But I do like Mia. You know, she telling you up front like she has stuff done, whatever the case may be. So when she was, you know, when they flashed to her showing her going to, you know, one of their spots that was opening, and she was shuffling around her flyers and stuff, I was like, okay, Mia, girl, you just trying to show us that you doing a little, you know, whatever, but cool. Okay, I like her though. She's cool, but she's supposed to be original developer of the joint chiropractic offices or whatever. So she's supposed to be overseeing all the offices when they open up, just to make sure everything is flowing and going smoothly and stuff like that. So that was cute. Then she get a phone call, which the phone call was from her son, and her son wanted to know if she was taking him to practice or not, which she ended up saying that she wouldn't be able to. Her husband then gets on the phone and he starts telling her, you know, hey, this is about the second or third time. I don't mind taking him, but this is about the second or third time that you kind of then, you know, shuffle him over and you're not going to take him. So I felt a couple ways about that, because I'm a mama of 3. I'm a working mother, so I do go to work. I do have a husband. But my husband's job kind of takes precedence over, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes precedence. I don't want to say precedence over my job, but that's the high paying job. And then, you know what I'm saying, my job is like, not that, you know, it's a decent paying job, but it's like, we need his job. We need him to stay at his job. You know what I'm saying? So I, you know, me being a working mother, when I was especially going into the office, and we both, it was one of those things. My daughter had this and that, and, you know, all type of school functions and stuff like that. And so we have to shuffle around, and, you know, maybe I thought I could come, but I couldn't. So I sent my mother, which shout out to my mama, because she always was coming through for my babies. Especially my oldest, because she's the only one that's school age. The other 2 are too little for school. They 2 and 1. But, you know, so I just felt like, don't shame her. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make her feel bad for stuff like that. Now, you know, you saying 2 or 3 times. Now, if it was like a constant thing, then okay. You got to understand, like, people probably think she's just a pretty face. You know, she got this older man. He got money. She just, you know, look at how they all looking at her when she stepped on the scene. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, she out here working. She grinding for her babies. And I love how Mia is, you know, with her children. I really do. I like how she is with her children. She's hands-on and everything. But let her get her money. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind doing it, then go do it. Don't say, oh, I don't mind doing it, you know, but this is like the 3rd time you didn't kind of. Now, yes, we do have to find some balance where it can't always just be, okay, I'm working. And so, you know, hey, G, can you get him? Hey, G, can you? No, it can't constantly be that. She do need to find some balance, but give her that space so she can find that balance. And I'm pretty sure she'll be okay and she'll get there. So just give her a minute on that. Let's see. Robin went to go work out. So she was going to work out because Juan was saying that she getting up all late. She not getting her day started, you know, at a decent amount of time. And so she need to kind of get up, get some energy. So Robin decided that, hey, let me go ahead and work out. Maybe working out to give me some energy. So she decided to go work out, and she invited a Skylar. She invited Wendy, and was it just a Skylar and Wendy? Yeah, it was just a Skylar and Wendy. I'm not feeling a Skylar, like, at all. I ain't feeling her. Like, I don't know why I had a feeling like when Robin was doing the whole packing of her hats, like, and they had her there, and then you know, Wendy was there and she was chiming in. I was just like, here we go. Like, they finna go ahead. They about to slide her all up in our face, trying to make us like her, trying to make us accept her, like, you know, whatever. And I don't know, it's just something about her. Like, I just feel like, you know, because like the last episode, she just jumped in too tough for me. Like, you know, you come into a pamper party for Ashley, you know, you just meeting everybody, and then, girl, here you go trying to bust out Karen talking about her drinking. I'm sorry, ma'am. Who are you again? Because that's definitely how I would have been with if I was Karen. Who are you? And where'd you come from? And why you know my business? Like, it's just, you know, stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm not feeling her. And then she had nerve come to this workout with a damn fur on. Like, girl, I get that it might be a little cool outside or whatever. It had to been cold because Wendy had her on alone, like a regular long coat though. Like, you know, and Robin had her jacket on over her hoodie. Girl, you got on the fur. Who puts on the fur to go work out? Come on, Fox Fur. I hear you. I hear you. So, after they worked out, of course, Candiace calls, which Candiace called talking about she gonna have a peace out house pajama party. Now, at first, I was like, come on, Candiace, like, a peace out house pajama party, girl, like, I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard that. But then when she started explaining that she spent a lot of like her young years and, you know, pretty much early adult years in the house, like that's her only, like, you know, home that she has owned and been in, which I was kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. Like, it was cute eventually. Like, at the end we saw, like, you know, it was cute. Okay. I heard you. I was with it. So, they started to flip, and they flipped over to Mia and Karen having lunch at Mia's house. And they were discussing Ashley's pamper party, which, I mean, just was I don't know, like, you know, Mia was trying to make amends with, or was she trying to make amends at the pamper party? No, Gizelle was giving her a little bit of some, no, Wendy. Was it Wendy? I'm all over the place. I think it was Wendy. So Wendy and Mia was kind of going back and forth, and it was just like, sorry, my husband called. But when they were having lunch or whatever at Mia's house, they were discussing the pamper party and just discussing how Mia and Wendy were going back and forth pretty much. I just think Wendy is like, when she don't like somebody, she just don't like you. Like, first of all, I'm a person that talk with my hands as well. So if we sitting side by side and I'm talking or whatever the case may be, is I will move my hands. So when people get the don't put your hands in my face, don't put your hands in my face, I'm not putting my hands in your face. I'm literally talking with my hands. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't get petty with that crap. Like, don't get petty with that shit talking about somebody putting their hands up in your face. Girl, relax. Like, relax. And then you tell me something, you got time today and all this and it's just like, Wendy, that wasn't even all about you, girlfriend. That was supposed to be about Ashley, and you just doing too much. So it's just like, let it go. Like, you had your ass done, you had your titties done. So what? They look nice. So what? Like, you mad because somebody said, like, you know, girl, own it. Just own your shit. If you got your ass and your titties done, so what? People do that shit every day. They do that shit like going to the store, drinking water. All right, girl, what you do yesterday when I got my ass done? People do it all the time. Like, so just, girl, gone with all of that. So they started talking about the whole, like, Robin and Gizelle, and that damn Karen said if Robin went up, Gizelle Bush, child, I about fell out. Like, that was, I was like, come on, Karen. Like, you play all day. But, so yeah, so then they flipped back to Robin, Wendy, and Ascala. And so Robin was sitting there reading her text message that Mia replied to them when Gizelle asked her to go to lunch but told her to not bring Karen. And so then, girl, that damn girl told them, if it's about business, then you can give me a call and blah 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 blah. And you right. Don't text me trying to invite me somewhere, which is fine, but then you got the nerve to try to tell me who not to bring, which this person is my friend. Not that I'm gonna always bring somebody with me, but who are you to tell me to not bring somebody? That's the part that they fail to understand, that they should have just left out. Like, you should have just left that part out. Like, y'all too grown to be texting people like that. Leave that shit out. It didn't need to be, you know what I'm saying, put up in there. So, Robin sat up there and told her that she was rude. What? Yeah, telling her that she was rude or whatever, but I don't think she was rude. I feel like she checked them properly like she should have. And Gizelle text was rude. I don't feel like Robin checked Gizelle like she's supposed to, because she should have told Gizelle, don't say all that, girl. Just say, you know what I'm saying, me and Robin want you to come to lunch, blah 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 blah. That's what she should have said. She shouldn't have said all of that. And I love Karen. I love how she reacted to it. Karen told her, yeah, you should get to go know them. You should get to know them. Like, Karen, that's a friend. Like, a friend is not gonna sit up here and try to, girl, I don't mess with her. Me and her into it, so you can't be friends with. No, Karen didn't do that. Karen saw you should go and try to, you know what I'm saying, have a good time with them, get to know them and stuff like that. She told her that, which I really liked Karen's reaction to that. Like, she was real grown about hers, and she told me, you know what I'm saying, like, go have fun, whatever. Candiace in the studio. Candiace in the studio singing. I ain't saying Candiace can't sing, because I don't think I really heard. I mean, I heard a piece. I heard a piece before and wasn't all that. But maybe she needed some tea. Maybe she needed some water. I don't know. But Candiace in the studio. The song was okay. I like the words to the song. I just feel like she wasn't giving it all what she could have gave to the song. But I did like the words to the song when I heard it on the, you know, the play over on the track or whatever the case may be is. And then she was just talking about, you know, Chris being her manager and I just want to know, why do people always make their significant others their manager? Like, when you, I don't know. I mean, I guess I get the thought process behind it. Like, okay, this is my lover, my best friend. Like, they should never, you know what I'm saying, like, steer me wrong and stuff. I get all of that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just why, like, some people don't have their mamas or have their daddies as their manager, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, because it's too close and it's too personal, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel that Candiace is so here that she even needs a manager right now. I feel like when you get so far after doing, you know what I'm saying, like working this stuff yourself, then, okay, you like, all right, it's starting to get a little bit out of control. Let me start interviewing managers. And, you know, take your time interviewing, asking all of these questions that you need to ask, stuff like that. And then, you know, when you find the perfect manager. But I don't think that going, like, making, you know, husbands and all that kind of stuff, or wives, your manager, I just don't. I don't like that whole setup. I just think that it can get real messy, especially if, you know, we all know, like, we want our marriages to last, we want to be married forever, but sometimes it just don't happen. And when that doesn't happen, that part always get messy. That part always get real muddy. So I was just like, I don't really think she should be doing that, but that's her husband. She feel like she could trust him. I hope she can, because I do like Chris. So, you know, I really do hope it works out for them. Gizelle takes her daughter to test for her permit, which I think this was like, I think her second time. Her second or third time. And, you know, the daughter, you know, Gizelle was asking her, like, you know, asking her this and you know, that, trying to make sure she was, like, prepared. And I just felt like she kept brushing her off, which is like, I mean, I get it. She a teenager and everything. But your mama just trying to make sure that, you know, you ready, you prepared and stuff like that. And so she goes in, and the twins was in the car like, this gonna be so embarrassing, like, if she failed again. Like, they was cracking me up, and I was just like, that seemed like me and my sister. Like, so Gizelle asked her, did she not pass? And pretty much, like, you could tell, like, she had failed again. So like how, you know, the twins in the back, oh y'all, they was in the back so messy, looking at each other and smiling. And so Gizelle, like any mother would say, like, you know, do you want to come back? You know, we can always come back. And she told her, yeah, she wants to come back next week. So they flipped on to Candiace's pajama party. Karen was the first person through the door, And Karen was the first person through the door, and Candiace was like, you gotta take a fireball. Like, you gotta take a fireball. And Karen was acting all shy, like she didn't know what a fireball was. Like, she didn't want to say, baby, and production messy. And they gonna flash back to Karen taking shots, baby, like no other. Ooh, taking them. Gone, Karen. Like, stop. Karen was like, that's the old me. Like, the way she came through that's the old me. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. But she took the she took the fireball, and then she kept on going. Robin came in second, and then as soon as Robin came in, she took her little shot. She went on, and Karen starts asking her about Juan and Robin getting married, and Robin was like, well, we gonna get married, you know what I'm saying, like when we, soon when we get married, like whatever. And I just felt like, so me and my now husband, we've been together for, it's been 8 years, and we just got married last year in December. And the entire time that we were engaged, because we were engaged for a while, like we got engaged in 2014. We was engaged for a while. We kept getting that same thing. When y'all getting married? So when y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna get married? I don't know if that's just like a question you ask engaged people with that. I don't know if it was a question that people kept asking just because we were engaged for so long, but it's just like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you all do that? Like, let people be. If people okay with being engaged for 10 damn years, let them be. That's their business. That's their business. They just got engaged last year. So like, and then in the midst of that, a pandemic hit. So a lot of stuff was on pause as well. So it's like, ain't no purpose of even trying, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know what's going to happen or when doors are going to open back up for stuff like that. So it's like, damn, give them a minute. Like, let them, figure it out, figure out what they're going to do, and let them get married in their time. Like, there's no book that says you have to get married a year later or 2 years later when you're engaged. Like, there's no book that says that. So that just kind of irritated me with Karen. Gizelle comes in, and she starts being messy, calling Karen a hater. And it's just like, girl, you is way too pressed about Karen. Like, leave Karen alone. Like, you mad because Karen made a comment about yours. You make a comment about everybody's shit. You make a comment about everybody's shit, girl, all the time. Just messy for no reason. So now that somebody said something about yours, and it was literally like going the way she was saying, now you super pressed about her. Girl, ain't nobody checking for you. Ain't nobody checking for you, Gizelle. Leave it alone. Candiace didn't invite Ashley. It's just like Candiace. Like, which, I guess so. Like, don't invite nobody in your space who you ain't really ready for. You ain't feeling like that. That's cool, I guess so. You gotta, protect your peace at all costs or whatever. But I do feel like Candiace is very dramatic. But I don't think Ashley was giving a damn any damn way, because little baby was on her bladder, on her hips, on her coochie, on everything. So I don't even think Ashley gave a damn. When I was pregnant with my kids, I ain't give a damn. I ain't give a damn about none of that. Like, I don't want to go nowhere. No, I want to lay in my bed until my damn water break and I'm ready to go. Which, that's exactly what happened. Ashley water broke when they flipped to her. Wendy showed up. Wendy was cute. Then a scholar. Here she go. Forcing her. Come on, a scholar. I guess so. Like, I guess. So then they started talking about the text message that Gizelle sent to Mia. Gizelle started lying, saying she didn't say don't bring Karen because they already knew her. That was a lie. That was a whole lie. Like, you're lying, saying that you told that girl don't bring Karen, because you knew her. No, you told her don't bring Karen because you ain't messing with Karen right now. Like, just be real. That's what I don't like about you, that she be lying. Girl, you stay lying. Like, if you said what you said, own it. Own up to it. Yeah, I did. I told her not to bring you because, for one, I'm just not fooling with you right now. And number two, I wanted to get to know her outside of you and everybody else. Okay. So Mia comes lunch like a friend. Karen was like, well, we was just discussing like the whole text message about the inviting you to lunch with them, and explaining that they was, you know, talking about the text and talking about that it was rude. Mia was right in saying you're not going to dictate who she was gonna bring to lunch, so she was right about that. And then a scholar jumps in for no reason, like, for what? Like, you jumped in and they not even talking to you. The lunch had nothing to do with you. The text message had nothing to do with you. Nothing had nothing to do with you, and here she go jumping in. So here go Mia was like, and how many businesses do you own? Like, okay, Mia, like, they ain't had nothing to do with nothing. So here come Robin, super save our ass. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, first of all, Robin, ain't nobody talking to you. Like, people can't take up for themselves. Like, I get if my friend in an argument. Okay, my friend getting in, she arguing. I'm gonna stand there though to make sure she holding her own. Now, if she feel like she can't make it, I'm gonna jump in for her. But that's after she, you know what I'm saying, after she done said her piece. Like, you didn't even let this girl, like, you know what I'm saying, continue to try to even, you know, what about you instantly. What they got to do with anything? Like, pipe down for a second. Let her say what she gonna say. And it might not even went anywhere, or it might have, like, whatever. But give it a second. Like, you instantly go jumping in or whatever. Shouldn't have brought her ass no way. You shouldn't have brought her no way. Because she just didn't have nothing to do with anything, even being there. So Candiace was like, let me redirect this, because it's my y'all ain't finna do this. So she redirected it, got up on the table, I mean, you know, try to get things started, and told them, like, pretty much people need to have separate conversations. Like, it doesn't need to include everybody all the time and then all these extra opinions. Like, the people that is going on, that got it going on, needs to have that conversation. And she right about it. Like, let them talk about what's going on without all the extra people. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's what they started to do. Gizelle, with her response to Mia trying to make amends, like, you know, pissed me off, telling her, like, you know, don't ever say anything like that to me. Like, girl, who are you? Like, I'm gonna say what I want to you when you come to me like that. I'm going to address you how I feel it fits at that moment to you when you come to me like that. Like, you, I don't know who you think you are that you're gonna tell people what they're not gonna do and what they're not gonna say to you, but this not that. You know what I'm saying? So Gizelle she be killing me with that. Like, I don't know who, you know, ex-first lady thinks she is, but no ma'am, no, not today. They play Never Have I Ever, and it's just like they is so hung up on Mia Cat. Like, Mia is being honest, which I feel like a lot of their asses was lying when they asked who had a threesome, and Mia said she did. Like, everybody in this room ain't had no threesome. Nobody. Now I ain't never had one, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't, but none of y'all. Somebody lying. I just feel like somebody lying. I don't know, I felt like they didn't want to say it on camera. And the whole time I feel like Candiace was up in there. She just don't want Miss Dorothy to know. And her mama name Dorothy. She just don't want Dorothy to know. I feel like it's a couple of them up in there that it had something going on, and they just don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So, but they just be looking so, oh my God, like, what, she did this, she did. It's just like, calm down. Like, y'all gonna make the girl not even want to participate, because it's like y'all always, you know what I'm saying, you want to play these games, or y'all want to go have fun, but then when somebody say something, it's just like, oh my God, like, I knew about her clit on the first day I met her. Like, I'm like, stop. Like, just, I don't know. I don't like that. Like, just don't do people like that. We talked about me having a threesome. Everybody's so shocked, but you know, moving on. So it starts to wrap up with a flip to Ashley. Ashley is in full swing. Like, her water has broke. She has to go to the hospital, and she was having a really, really hard time with leaving Dean. Which that's something that I could understand, especially him being so little. I think Dean's only like 1 year old, and now she's about to go and have to leave him for, you know, a few days and have another baby. And then when she come home, like, he's not gonna be her little baby anymore. Like, she finna have another little baby. So I definitely understand that. When I I just had, when Layton is my oldest, and then when I had to leave her and go and have Layla, I was sad. And then I was, you know, in the hospital. And then when she came up there to visit me after I had Layla, I cried. When I seen us together, I just cried because it was just like, she not my little baby anymore. Like, now she a big sister. And then the same thing happened when I had Layla. And then, you know, we had True, which we end up having them like, they're about 15 months apart, I want to say. 15 months apart. Layla's 2. He's 1, so about 15 months apart. I was leaving my little baby to go have another baby, and she wasn't gonna be the littlest no more. So I definitely understood that. She was so sad. So it's very relatable. But I'm hoping that she has, well, she did have, you know, a good, a decent, you know, delivery, and you know, the baby was healthy and all of that. They didn't show that yet, but obviously we know that the baby is here and the baby is fine. So yeah, that's how it wraps. So that's all I have. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, then you have to like and subscribe, and leave me some comments. We can discuss if you want to, and yeah, just like and subscribe for more videos like this for this show and others. And y'all have a good one. Bye.